First of all, we have Ellen Riek with us. Hello, Erin. How are you?
Good to see you guys. I'm well.
Well, tell us about the Writing Success Center. What does the SSC building offer students?
Okay, so the Student Success Center, as a lot of students will know, was new to campus a few years ago. And so we have a math center on one side and a writing center on the other side. It's a beautiful, it feels like a university campus at the Student Success Center. It's really nice. And so, so we have everything from individual computers where students can just come in and get on a computer if they want to graduated support so that students can come in and work with a tutor one-on-one, or they can come in and work in small groups with a tutor. We have tutors who are peer writing tutors, so they have been successful in their classes so far, and so we hire them in the Success Center. So students can come in and work with tutors, they can come to workshops, they can log into a computer, all kinds of help at the Student Success Center.
Are there any workshops or writing workshops that the Student Success offers?
I'm so glad you asked, Gustavo, because yes, actually, we have always traditionally had workshops in the Writing Center side and Math Center side. This semester, and I help coordinate the Writing Center, so I'll speak about our Writing Center workshops. Okay. We have a new program called Tutor Talk, which is happening most Tuesdays from 3 to 4 p.m. Inside the Writing Center, in the Student Success Center, and it's run by tutors. And the idea is to help students not just develop their writing skills, because we know that's really important, but also to develop good habits of successful students. So we have some really rock star tutors who are helping to put that together. They're really awesome. They've done a great job putting these workshops together. So that's pretty much every Tuesday. With an occasional miss, but it's posted on our Student Success Center website, those workshops, and also on the homepage for AWC.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Is it strictly writing or math, the workshops?
So those are the primary workshops that we do right now, and I know the math side, for example, they will do workshops on using a graphic calculator, and we both do midterm and final exam preparation and that kind of thing. So so the primary focus is on English and math, just because students need so much help in those areas generally. But that's also one of those things that if students decide they need a workshop on a particular topic, then they are welcome to come to us and ask us, and we will help put that together.
And all these services are free of charge.
They are free of charge.
Awesome. Students, please take note on this. Yes. Can they print there?
They can
That's
print
a big
there.
question.
We have a printer. Yes, that is a big question. So we do have a printer, and so students are able to print. I don't know what the status is right now. I've heard some conflicting things. I know students get a certain number of copies when they register as an AWC student, but I don't know how many copies that is every semester.
Can you tell us what is the goal or goals of the Student Success Center?
I love this. Maybe last year sometime, Vanessa Natsaway, who is the Student Success Center coordinator. So she's in charge of the entire center, math side, writing side, all of it. And so somewhere she found a poster that said, "We know you can." And I sort of feel like that is the goal of the Student Success Center, is to help students feel like they can be successful and to give them the tools and strategies they need so that they're not always seeking help because they can't do it themselves, but that they develop into learners who do it on their own, It's an empowering place.
Is there a specific process that students need to follow in order to use these facilities?
So when they come in on either the math or the writing side, there's a little computer monitor, and they can log in using their student ID. There is always someone available at the front desk who can help with that entire process. So if students have never been to the Student Success Center before and they're a little nervous about coming in, we have some very friendly faces walking around or behind the desk at the Student Success Center on the math and the writing side who can help them through the entire process.
Awesome. My next question, math versus writing center. What are the
Writing's the
differences?
best. No, I'm not supposed to do that. Okay.
Which one is busier, or the difference between?
So we provide really different, the same kinds of services, but in different ways. The Math Center stays really consistently busy because from the moment students start taking classes at AWC, those math classes have homework immediately, and so they're in the Math Center pretty frequently and pretty consistently. On the writing side, writing is a really personal process. And so first of all, you might not have a big paper due until, week 3 or something, or 4 or 5 of the semester. And then all of a sudden the Student Success Center or the Writing Center is just bursting with students. That has been sort of traditionally the way things have gone. This semester, though, what we've noticed is that the Writing Center side has been busy since we opened, and I am convinced that that's because people have really figured out that it's a great place to come and get support, have someone else take a look at your work.
Right.
4 eyes are better than 2,
Awesome.
all of that. So.
Definitely. How many tutors are there working there in the Student Success Center?
So we have about 10 to 12 peer tutors right now who are working in the Writing Center, so students who have been through English 101 and 102 primarily, at least been gone through those levels, recommended by faculty, and then they go through some training with us. We also have a couple of paraprofessionals who are people who have been successful, like for example, we have a writing tutor who is a retired reading specialist, and she's wonderful. So she just loves working with students, so she's always busy. This semester, because we had some grant funding, we were able to also hire some associate faculty members who teach for us in various disciplines across campus, and they come in and they work in the Writing Center various days during the week. And if students want, frequently students will want to work with one person and maybe it's not so comfortable with another. So we really encourage people to come in and get to know some tutors, and then, pick the one. You're going to see Rolf in a minute. Rolf is, you have to get in really early to make appointments with Rolf because he's definitely a favorite.
He's one of the rock stars.
Yes, he's definitely a rock star for sure.
How much time, I'm just curious, how much time does a student have with a tutor?
Good. So I can't answer that question for the math side, but I can tell you that on the Writing Center side, it's 45 minutes is the standard appointment time. And we do that for a reason. One, because after about 45 minutes, you are really antsy in your seat, and it's hard to look at writing. And so it's really important to take a break from what you're working on and sort of step away and reflect. So we really encourage students to only make one appointment a day for 45 minutes and no more. Walk away, sort of let it sit with you for a little while, and then, you can come back the next day and work on it some more.
Some very helpful information. Can a student walk in and get a tutor right there and then?
So we really encourage appointments, especially because we have been getting busier and busier. Sometimes you can luck out and get a walk-in appointment, but it's really hit or miss. We really encourage students to make an appointment. Come to the front desk, give us a call at the Writing Center, or go online and you can make an appointment that way.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go to the AWC homepage and you go to the Current Students drop-down, there's a Student Success Center link under that Current Students drop-down, and that's the easiest way to get to the Student Success Center link.
Awesome. Does the Student Success Center offer textbooks for students to, check out or read?
For sure, yeah. So we have so much stuff, Gus. Can I tell you? Look at all of these services you can get for free.
New students, please take note.
That's right, and on the math side, actually, so we have textbooks that cover the majority of courses at AWC on both sides, Writing Center and math side. And then on the math side, you can also check out graphing calculators. They have laptops that can be checked out. So these are all free services to students.
Wow.
So yeah.
How about study rooms, like the
And we have those too. So we have study rooms, and students can come in and they can check in the front and say that they want to have access to a study room, and then the person at the front desk will hook them up and make sure that they have something available for them.
Wow. Are there any rules or expectations for the Student Success Center? Can you please give us some it's not a computer lab. So I think the first thing that I would want to really emphasize is that it is a learning space. And so we discourage people, require that people you're not in there on Facebook and, that kind of thing. You're not making a lot of noise with your buddies and, playing video games or whatever. It really is a learning space. So, so there are other places where you can do those other kinds of things, but the Writing Center and the Math Center are really geared toward learning support. Learning stuff. How do tutors prepare for a specific writing assignment that, perhaps a professor might assign their students?
Good. So, So we have really we've tried to work with faculty so that we know what assignments are upcoming, and you know, a student can walk in, and I know Rolf will be able to speak to this too, but a student will walk in at any point in a writing process in any class with any kind of an assignment. So tutors really have to be able to think on their feet. And so when we do our trainings for tutors, sometimes we'll focus on assignments we know faculty are assigning and that we know are upcoming, and that's really helpful for us. But more generally, we want to make sure that we focus on what we call higher order concerns. So we're not going to look at anyone's paper for grammar right off the, you know, out of the box. We are not an editing service, and I know that's disappointing to a lot of people, but our goal is to really focus on the bigger issues. We have so many students on our campus who have fantastic ideas, who have a lot of things that they want to express, and they just don't necessarily have the, they don't know how to organize their ideas. They don't know what a thesis is or how to come up with one, or you know, how to analyze something that they've read, or you know, those are the kinds of things that, that we focus on primarily in the Writing Center, and then we can look at grammar and that kind of thing. But tutors are really trained, and I think inherently believe that it's important to really focus on those ideas and organization before you worry about some of the smaller issues like grammar and mechanics and format and that kind of thing.
Right. Do English professors go there to teach their own students, tutor their own students?
They do, and it's been really nice because so we have all kinds of faculty actually. So we have some English faculty who come in. I think almost all the English faculty spend some time at some point in the Writing Center, and sometimes they're doing their own writing, which is really nice. So they'll be in there, they'll do office hours maybe with students, or maybe they're just in there. It's a really welcoming space. So, and as I said, the associate faculty have been fantastic about coming in and serving as tutors as well. So
great. How long has the Student Success Center been around?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it's long before my time, but the Student Success Center itself has been around, I want to say like maybe 20 years at AWC. It could be longer than that, but we were over in the LR building where the IT folks are now. That's where we were when I first got here. And then a couple of years ago, we were able to move over into this beautiful renovated space. So that's what we have now, is this gorgeous space. And we've been there 2 years now. So.
Wow. How many students visit the Student Success Center now?
Hundreds every semester come. And the interesting thing about the numbers on that is that not only do we have hundreds of students coming in and thousands over the year, right? So over 1,000. I want to be careful that I don't give missed data there, but they come in multiple times, and that's the more important number to us, is that that students come back and they come back again and they come back again. So that's the exciting part.
Thank you, Ellen. Thank you,
Thank you,
Gus. It was
Gus.
a pleasure to have you here.